Welcome back. So, I finished my Smeltery for Tinker's Construct. Let me go to bed real quick, it's nighttime. We'll get a fresh day started. I had a bit of trouble with it, and I wanted to keep it unfinished and actually finish some of it for the video. But it didn't just work out the way I hoped. As you can see, I went ahead and built an addition to the building. I've just kind of attached it via a small little corridor to the side of my Tinker's Workshop, and now it's my Smeltery building. It ended up being much larger than I thought it would be, and I put all these thin row of glass windows on each side. Very cool looking. Let's go inside and check it out. I haven't actually built any Tinker's Construct tools or weapons with it yet. I don't fully comprehend everything, although I do have the Tinker's Construct books and instructions. And of course there's online resources. So here it is. This one is actually slightly bigger than the base model. As you can see, there's a second row of bricks on top going the whole way around. To make a complete and working Smeltery, you just need a bottom, which is kind of embedded into the floor. That's why you don't see it sticking up. So it's 3 blocks high right now. So it's a 3x3 embedded in there, and then 3 along each side. You could put corners if you just want that for aesthetic reasons, for looks, but I left those off. And so I built a second row. And what's neat about this, let's look at the interface. So on the left here is where I can queue up all the ores I want smelted. On the right here, this blank little bar or column that's empty right now is the fuel, and you use lava. And I had some lava in it before. I put 1 bucket in, which only filled up a tiny ways, so it looks like you can actually dump a lot of lava in there. But it seems like the lava will slowly burn away, even if you're not operating the Smeltery. The middle area here with this little blue graph is the ores, the amount of ores you have smelted in it. And then on the sides, this is a drain, this is a casting basin. That's actually a Tinker's Construct sword blade pattern that I just laid on the casting table. And I think you have to make the patterns, lay them there, and then you have to have enough material in there. As you can see, it's empty right now, because it'll actually reflect the ore that's in there. It'll be shiny and show like a melted liquid in there. And then you right click on the faucet here and it should dump it and make a metal version of that pattern depending on what ore you put in. What I did was I put like 1 or 2 bronze ingots into the machine, and I couldn't get the casting table to work. So this is a casting basin, like sort of storage, and I tested it by clicking this, and it did work. It poured the contents of the melted ingots into here, and I don't know how to get these out. And I don't think I can, because I think there's only 2. I think the idea is 9 ingots will make a block. So if I can get 6 more ingots in there, I can make one. So I'm gonna fool around with that more, but here's the other side. But what I want to get started on today is while I was what's this? Oh, that's a horse. While I was mining for a little bit more ore, I think I ran into a dungeon, into a generated dungeon, and that's what I want to do right now. So I just want to make sure that I have all my, I want to be a little bit prepared. So I've got my axe, or my bronze sword, which is low on health, but I made a stone sword too. I've got my pickaxe. Tinker's Construct works really well. So I've got some food, some extra omelets, and the blackberries. A lot of torches. Got my miner's backpack, and I'll show you where I left off and why I think it's a dungeon, because, well, it's because I found a couple what looks like chests. So I had come down here, and as you can see, I wanted to start exploring to the right a little bit more, and I immediately broke out into this. All of this was hollow already, and I went over here a little bit, not too far. See, it's still dark over there. So but what I decided to do was start going, whoa. We have a zombie already. So what I did was I immediately started going down here a little bit, and this was already kind of open. I had to widen this a little bit and make steps. But this was also an open cavern. So you can see I explored just a little bit. As far as you can see, that's about as far as I went with the torches. And it was this way, I believe, right through here. I widened this up, came down here and saw a tiny little hole right here, and widened it up, and then went through here, and went just a little ways, and found some ore I need to mine. Let's go ahead and get some of this coal. As you can see, my Tinker's Construct slime crystal pickaxe is... I mentioned in a previous episode how it takes much longer to mine things, but it's much more durable, and so you can see, even on coal, it's taken much longer to harvest one block. So let's get a little bit of this. Let's get some more coal going. Now, I'm glad I'm finding spider webs, because it's a source of string. And I am running low on cotton, and I'm not in an area where I found sheep. So I'm gonna have to go on an exploratory mission, I think, here in the near future. Okay, I can hear a skeleton. So this was the first chest I came across. This is as far as I got. I'm not sure if this is a part of a dungeon or not, but there's another chest there in the distance you can see. So I do have a few dungeon mods, like Better Dungeons, Dungeon Pack. I think Ruins might spawn some underground stuff. I'm not fully sure how it operates yet. I thought Better Dungeons spawn specific hallways and stuff like that. This one still appears to just be a cave, where the thing... Let's just try to open this. It might be a mob. Yes, and as you can see, it's a mimic. That's what I was afraid of. Killing it, it just rewards us with a chest, it looks like. That's okay, I can always use more chests. So I'm not entirely sure what mod is causing this. Let's put up some more lights. Over here. Now let's see what this one does. My iron sword... Oh, achievement get random... That was odd. It looked like it was a mimic for a split second, didn't it? Maybe that's some kind of generation effect, like procedurally generated effect. Well, it looks like we scored a little bit of treasure. That's cool. Some lapis lazuli. And in an earlier episode, I had come across lapis very easily via some blue flowers and just turned them into lapis lazuli. But I changed the configuration files on those. I thought it was a little bit too easy to get lapis. This is Ventium for Ars Magica. So let's go ahead and get some of this. I can still hear that skeleton. Break this out a little bit. Yeah, so the dungeons, at least the one dungeon mod, was supposedly it actually made its own full structures, which is like a maze-like labyrinth. One of them is a maze-like labyrinth underground. And it would be complete with its own mobs, like the mimics, and even other ones that are new to the game. It's that right there. that glowing is making it a little bit hard to keep. Now, what's over here? This looks like an outside area in a weird way, doesn't it? Very, very kind of cool. The whoops, I thought, the exploration level can be quite high with these, mods. I kind of want to go see what all the deal is with all these, mushrooms. I'm afraid about... Let me light that area up down there. Oh, what? Oh. Now see, I think this could be... Whoops. Oh my goodness, I fell somewhere. I gotta be careful. Have to be more judicious. Be a little more careful with what I'm doing here. I got a little too excited and rushed in. So, that looks like emerald. But what I was about to say was that the appearance of the stalactite or mite, I can't remember which is which. But the appearance of these makes me think that this is part of Wild Caves mod. And Wild Caves, let me get this emerald. Excellent. Now it looks like there's stuff that even goes down there. Wild Caves is almost like having a bunch of new underground biomes. So this is very cool to encounter this. Let me put up some lights. Now I gotta be careful because if you put up a light in the wrong place, it could... There's a mechanic... Yep, see how it's melting nearby blocks? It just melted that one nearby, and I think the spider web is holding back the water. Oh, boy, it actually goes quite a distance. Let's go ahead and get some water. I wanted to have a bucket full of... Uh-oh, something... Now look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm making a mess. I'm melting all of this ice. So it can make it hard to try to explore one of these caves. Let's try to get some... There, we got a bucket of water. So we have something to take back with us. Let's see about going... Now you have to be careful. There are some areas that would have only one layer as a floor, and it might be ice, and if you melt it, you're not going to be able... I mean, you could have trouble. You might not get across to where you want to go. Let's try, though, breaking that out a bit. I want to be careful here. Oh, boy. Oh. See, I'm getting... It's trying to carry me away. Let's try to close this off. Let's see what I can do about that. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. Oh, also, you can see that I have my miner's backpack and the Vintium, things like Ars Magica and Thaumcraft ore, and maybe even some other mods ores, do not automatically go into the miner's backpack. I can change that thanks to the tip of a commenter. I can change that using ID numbers in the configuration file. So I'm going to go in and do that on my own time, over time, and get that working. Let's see, I think this is a dead end here. But there's ore, so let's just go ahead and get this one. Oh my goodness. This keeps, this is a veritable labyrinth of cave systems, which is very cool. It's very fitting that I built my mine shaft entrance where I did. So let me go ahead, Try to make a... Yeah, let's see. Let's go a little bit further. Looks like it might be another... it just opened up into another little hovel. So, we did find some iron, which is cool, and a lot more coal, which is always good. I've been trying to use charcoal, making it out of wood more often. Lots of iron ore here, which is excellent. I'll just go ahead and get all of it. And I'll come back for the coal another time. I want to go explore that other direction up here for now. So let's go back through here. Our little mess we made. Let me see if I can close this off as well. Oh my goodness. Let's get out of here. Stop that. Makes it a little difficult. We need to break this. Close that off. I want to get this. This is Thaumcraft, I believe. Cinnabar ore. Yeah. Okay, let's head back. Oop. Oh my goodness, where do I keep falling in. Whoops. I need to fill these in. I'm off to a terrific job here. Not really. Okay. That's why I brought a stack of cobblestone with me. Okay. I don't know if I missed this earlier. Let me go ahead and grab it. Oh, there's more. I love mining. I think I just love the exploration now that's in Minecraft. So this is quite enjoyable to me. There's where I originally was going to head off to. So let's do this now. Let's get some light going though. So we got these mushrooms here. Let's go ahead and... What kind of mushrooms are these? These are basic mushrooms. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of these. Now, I've never tried picking any of these glowing fungus. So, this is my first time that I'm picking the... Now, there might have been an error with the ID on that. I don't... Unless it went into my miner's backpack. Is that glowstone dust? Wow, that counts as glowstone dust, doesn't it? Well, I know where there's more of that, so that's excellent, because that's a fairly often used ingredient for Ars Magica. And speaking of magic, I have some stuff ready to go to get my first few steps into Thaumcraft, into making, which will be an episode very shortly, maybe even the very next episode. This is great. I love this exploration. I loved finding that wild caves, even though that was very small, but maybe it was just part of a larger network. So what do we have here? More iron, which is excellent. There's some... I'm wondering if that's redstone over there. That'd be great, because I've yet to find redstone, really. I'm hoping this is, but it might be metallurgy. Let's see. Yeah, it's infoscolium. Infoscolium. So, let's maybe explore a little bit further in. Now I know there's more stalactites, it looks like. So this is these are generated by wild caves as well. Wow, definitely. Was definitely a good find. Lots of ore now to new ores, and I might break through into other caverns yet too while I'm digging around. But I think that's a good go for this episode. We kind of encountered a little bit of Wild Caves mod. Ooh, there's something. I can't resist the shiny. Might be more infoscolium, but it might also be something. Might be Oraclase. So we've encountered the wild caves. We've encountered these mimics. So this is where we'd come from. Should we explore one more little area? I mean, there's more here, and I don't know how deep to delve. Let's try a little bit longer. It will make the episode a little bit longer than I usually like, but it's just very hard to resist. I love exploring. Wow, this is... okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, is he friendly? Are you friendly? Please be friendly. What if I right click on you? Well, what are you doing down here? Okay, there's some NPCs that you can find down in these caves, which adds a great layer of fun on top of already exploring, where you can find lost miners. They'll be like lost miners and adventurers, and you can tell them by the fact that they'll be crying. And you can lead them to the surface, and they'll reward you with some of their treasure they had gotten. Wow, this is just... that looks like water down there. This is just amazing. I love this. Okay. Let's go a little bit further with that there. There's a lot of water. Wow. It was very, very appropriate. If I haven't said it enough, it's been very appropriate that I built my mine shaft where I did. Now, it could be that there's quite a large network of cave systems everywhere, so it could be more of just... it could be less of coincidence than I'm giving it credit for, but it's still fun to think about nonetheless. Let me put that there. Okay, I think I'm going to end this here because there's just a lot more to explore, and I'll explore it off camera, and tons of ore to now gather, which is excellent, and I might find some other cool stuff. Hopefully I'll find some redstone. Oh, I'm going to get this because it's a source of glowstone. And hopefully I'll find that redstone, and I can be one step closer to building some Ars Magica stuff, because that's really what I want. I want to keep that at the forefront of my mind because I really want to get going. So this is glowstone here. I've been keeping this here just because I thought it was decorative, so I'm going to keep it there for the time being. And I think that'll do it for this episode. So thanks for watching.